Alright, this is just another team that I really wanted to put Kovok in, just because I thought he would be nice with the pheromones. Pheromones, it does 70 damage to each of your opponent's backline pets each round for 3 turns on a 5-round cooldown. It's not the greatest, it's a tiny bit of damage, but it does do AoE, and it kind of fits in with the Bonestorm ability. Bonestorm, there's only 2 pets in the game that have Bonestorm, and that's the Fossilize Hatchling and the Creepy Crate. Bonestorm does a lot of damage to your opponent's entire team at the cost of 10% of your total health. So you can only use Bonestorm. Each one of these guys only gets it off like twice before they die. Rarely will they get off a 3rd Bonestorm before dying. So Fossilize Hatchling goes in, Bonestorm maybe uses heal, or just go switch straight into Creepy Crate. Creepy Crate, Bonestorm, switch out your opponent pet just for fun, and then go into Kovok, set out pheromones, and attack with his abilities. And the main thing about this deck is just using Bonestorm until your opponent's entire team dies. And it's actually surprisingly effective because Bonestorm hits really hard. Alright, going against a Dread Hatchling, a Rabbit, and a Fiendish Imp, which is kind of bad because that Rabbit can destroy my 2 undeads. So I started with Kovok because I know he's going to start off with his Rabbit. He switches out immediately. I set up my pheromones though, do a little bit of damage to his back row pets. He puts up Darkness, I set up Black Claws, and then I just switch out because I know he's going to hit my Kovok really hard, and my undeads are more suited to taking heavy damage. I go straight into my Bonestorm because that's what this whole team's about, using Bonestorm as often as possible. Hits him pretty hard thanks to Black Claws being out, and thanks to his Fiendish Imp on the back line being a humanoid, he takes extra damage from Bonestorm, which is nice for me. I use my heal, but I forgot all about Darkness's effect where I take 50% less healing, and that was kind of a waste. I should have just went straight into my Creepy Crate to do another Bonestorm. His Fiendish Imp is below 50% health now after only 2 Bonestorms, which is nice. His Dread Hatchling though is kind of a problem, so I switch him out. I'm going to try to kill him, but he's going to be able to interrupt my round by switching me out during my turn of immunity, so he's just going to die in the back row. Fossilize Hatchling though should be enough to take out his Fiendish Imp. I get lucky and he misses, thanks to Darkness being out right now, and Burn only having a 90% hit chance anyway, so it only has an 80% hit chance right now. I'm going to try to kill him and get my hit off, because my claw right now only has an 80% chance to hit too. His Rabbit is a problem though, because he's able to dodge pretty much everything I have. Basically, I have to kill his Rabbit in my next hit, or else he'll just be able to dodge me to death. And I do. He's able to bring me below 50% health, 25% more damage on my takedown, which already hits pretty hard. Does a little bit of damage to me, and has a 1-turn cooldown, set up Black Claw, and he's dead. Kovok for the dodge win. His next team, a frog and 2 birds. It's not really a big deal. Parrots and wasps aren't that great. Frogs, however, destroy undead, so I start with Kovok again, because frogs have their aquatic types, so they take less damage from undeads, and they have critter moves, which do extra damage to undeads. They're like undead's counter, which is fine. I just set up pheromones and switch out because he got a polymorph off. His Frog Kist has a 25% chance to polymorph you every time he hits, and he's been getting pretty lucky with this so far. He's gotten 2 polymorphs off after only 2 hits, but I was able to get off a Bonestorm before he polymorphed me, so that's fine. So I just switch out. And he gets off another polymorph after a 2nd hit, which is pretty lucky for him. He finally goes into Tongue Lash, but all my pets are faster than his Bullfrog, which is not good for him, because Tongue Lash isn't going to do any damage. I'm going to see if I can take him out with my takedown again, since it was pretty effective against the last team I used it against. But it's not really working against the Bullfrog, who, even if he is not rare, still heals up for a decent amount thanks to him being a power type. He has the strongest frog heal, but he's not rare, so it doesn't really matter. My Kovok dies without really doing much. I'm able to get off a Black Claw though, so he does take a little bit of damage. He should die in the back row to my next Bonestorm. I'm just going to try to bite this dude to death because his team is pretty low thanks to all those Bonestorms. Look at him coming in with only 300 health. That's the power of an AoE team. He sends in his Glowfly next. I'm going to Bonestorm to kill his frog in the back row. Also going to kill myself thanks to the 10% damage, which is fine. I was already dead anyway, actually. And then my Fossilize Hatchling, all they do is get off 1 hit, and I do, and he dies.